Hello. Oh, naked fingers. Hold on. Hi. Got me rings on. Actually, I don't think I had this ring the last time that I filmed. I got it from my mum. You definitely won't be able to see. Can you see that? Can I zoom? Can I focus on my finger? It says love from mum. Isn't that sweet? Anyway, hi. Oh my god, it has been such a long time since I've filmed. I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I feel like I've got so much more anxiety than I did last time I filmed, but I really like this channel and I really like making content of my binders and stuff like that. Just as, even if it's like no one watches these videos, which I know people do, FYI, but like even if no one watches these videos, it's just nice to see like my progression and my content, like, and how my collections evolve over time. I don't know, I think it's fun. But anyway, hi, I'm back. Not consistently. I'm gonna stop promising that I'm gonna be consistent. It's just gonna be, you get what you get when I can film. And if I can't film, then you're not getting anything. That's really the point I'm trying to make. But I have cards to store and big inclusions. I've got them in my little tub, but there's too many that I can't like stack them vertically, so I have to kind of have them sitting in the tub like this. Ooh, there is 108 cards, I think, and then I've also got the handy dandy Haikyuu folder because I've got a fair few bigger inclusions to store. So we're gonna do that. I think the last time I've spoken to you, my collections have changed a lot, so I will have stuff to talk about. I don't really think I'm gonna sort anything because they kind of already are sorted into like what binders they go into, so I think we'll just get into storing. Okay, so first binder I'm going to be going into is it's not my girl group binder anymore. You'll see why. I'm going to call this my low priority collection binder. That doesn't mean I don't like these collections, it just means that like of all of my collections, these are the ones that I'm like working on like the least frequently, and I kind of just get cards for when I can. But I do actually have a couple of cards for my Aespa collection. I have this card. It is her girl's. Is this the Digipack card? I literally have no idea. It's been a hot minute since I have obtained these cards, so this feels like it's really far away. Am I crazy? Okay, I think I fixed it. Anyway, I have this Aespa card. Next, I have this one, which is... it's one of them. I don't recall what version this is. My Power? Is that correct? Editing Haley will let you know if that's correct. But yeah, this card is super cute. Only 2 cards away from completing Armageddon. No, 3 cards away from completing Armageddon, but I still have the authentic version one, which I feel like is going to be the most difficult one to get. Anyway, this is my setup for dirty work, by the way. Really like complex, really difficult to understand. You won't be able to get it if you don't have like a 130 level IQ. I know, but I understand it, so it's okay. I do have both of the Whiplash cards that I wanted, so that's pretty funky. The one where she's got the cunty little bob. Cute. And then this one. I don't recall what the version names were. That's irrelevant to me. Yes. And this actually means I have 2 eras complete for winter, which is what I want to collect. I have Girls complete and I have Whiplash complete. However, I wouldn't get too excited about that because I have nothing for My World and I have nothing for Hot Mess, and then obviously I have nothing for Dirty Work because it just came out. So we go 2 steps forward and then we take 3 steps back. Actually, no, we just stay stagnant for a while. We don't take any steps back, but as long as we're taking steps forward. This is a new collection which I'm going to be starting. I'm going to be picking up Hairju from Lucembourg. I'm only going to be collecting the regular album cards for now. I might collect, I might do spreads if I collect the object music albums, and I'll do a spread of like the album cards and then the object music cards with like some pobs to fill up another 9 pocket, and then each era will have a spread because I don't really want to collect the units. But yeah, and then whenever Lubel has a comeback, I will plop that in here if that's ever gonna happen. Yeah, I actually have a couple of the cards on the way, so that's really fun. Oh my god, I just realized I have a collection that I want to start that I didn't set up for in this binder. Well, I don't have any cards for it yet, so that's fine. And then you can see, because it's just been in the corner the entire time, I have this the last Yuki Headway card I needed. So that's fun. Perky comeback. Who is excited? I know I am. I'm not excited that it's another single album, though. That really grinds my gears. Where is the full album? Can I have the full album, please? Yeah. Also, I'm thinking I might just, completely drop the, plan of having a Yuki non-album section because I haven't made any work on it and I just haven't been bothered. So if you don't see it in the next video, it's because I've dropped it. And then I have nothing for WJSN. I'd love to say that I'm setting up for a WJSN comeback, but I'm not. And to add insult to injury, I bought a few WJSN cards. I bought some of the units that I needed, and then I bought some non-album stuff. Oh, I've switched up my non-album section, I think, from the last time I saw it. I've added some more stuff that I want to collect. But yeah, I bought some stuff, and I think that's gotten lost in the mail. So, yes, that is so awesome. Love that. And it's definitely not like these cards are not... the units aren't that hard to get, but the non-album stuff, it's just so easy to get. They're always in circulation, they're so easy to find, so it's not really that much a hassle to try and get them again. I don't know if you can tell when I'm being sarcastic. It is a major blow to my happiness that got lost, and I'm really upset about it, and I don't know if I'll be able to find those cards again. Anyway, not to dwell, so we'll just move on to the next binder. So this I'm going to be calling my, medium priority collections. Obviously, my 2 highest priority collections are Twice and RIIZE, but these are collections that I am still very actively wanting to focus on, wanting to, add to, yeah. They're not really in archival mode at this point in time. I'm still very much adding to them and fuffing about with them. So yeah. Also, do you like the new cover that I made for my Ateez binder? What? No, this is not the Ateez binder. Well, it is. They're in there, but it's just a cover for the binder, so it doesn't look so boring. I've still got my EXO cover on the back. Have you seen this before? Have I shown this before? I don't know. I made this. That's my top 3 in EXO, by the way, in case you were wondering. Anyway. Oh, spoiler! Oh my god. Anyway, I do have a couple of Ateez cards. I have, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I have 6 Ateez cards in my hot little hand right now. So let's pop them away. I'm still very much interested in collecting top 3. So yeah. But first I have this San spin-off card, which I believe goes here. in me binder. But oh my god, hi everyone, how are you guys going? I hope you're doing well. I've been doing pretty good. I haven't really done all that much. My life's pretty mundane outside of this, and I'm not in school this year. I'm taking a gap year, so I have not got any school, and I'm still struggling to find a job, so yeah. That's always fun. Anyway, I have this San Sprout card for which, let me just hit the tripod. Golly gee. But it means that this Juno's not alone anymore. So cute! Oh my god. So I just need Songhua for that set to be complete. Oh my god, speaking of Songhua, I have this card for this set, I believe. It's a golden hour set. And then I also have the Yuno for this same set. Very exciting. And then I have this in here, which means that I also have the sun on the way, which means that this will be my first complete row. Yes! Who cheered? I know I did. But yeah, oh my god, it's gonna look so good. Okay, anyway. Next, I have this Songhua Go Now Part 1 Digipack card, which just goes here. And then finally, I have this San Go Now Part 2 card, which goes with this Yuno. Slay! And then I set up a little bit for Part 3. I'm waiting for the In Your Fantasy versions to also come out so I can see what I want to collect for that. And then this is still the only non-album card I have. Although I've been pondering more about my non-album Ateez collection. I've made my template. I'm just more so wanting to see if I'm set on the idea that I want to do or if I'm going to change my mind. So that's why nothing else has been set up. Oh my god. This is another new collection. Who am I? Starting all these new collections. I didn't anticipate on this being a collection that I wanted to start. But I've just really grown a soft spot for this group over the past couple of weeks. And then they had their comeback and I quite liked it. I quite liked that album. So I was like, well, why don't I just selectively collect a member of this group? And so I'm going to be collecting Chaeryeong from Itzy. And I actually already have 2 of her cards. Funsies. And I actually kind of want to collect Ryujin as well. Love her. But I'm not going to go that crazy just yet. Especially because I want to collect some of those special edition cards for Chaeryeong. So let's just get a little bit more progress on one member. And then maybe I'll think about collecting another. So I have this Checkmate card, which is so pretty, and then I have this Cheshire card, which just goes back here. Slay! And then I've also set it up in a spread, kind of like my Ateez collection, but it's all just one member. And people who have been watching my channel looked at my girl group by now and are probably like, oh my god, where's StayC? Well, I had to move them because I made a change to my StayC collection. So they're in here now. And I've also gone from collecting 1 member to 2 members. Wow! OT6 collection pending. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I'm collecting J. I didn't realize this about myself, but I really am a sucker for oldest member maknae pairing dynamics. I don't know. I love them. I love these 2. I collect these 2. I collect Tzuyu and Nyan. I don't know what it is about my brain, I guess, that likes that. I mean, I don't really know. Anyway, yeah. I'm collecting J as well, and I'm also wanting to collect the Japanese photo cards, just the regular versions and the solo jacket versions. I'm probably not going to do the limiteds, at least not yet. But yeah, and I've actually made a little start to my J collection, so I have 2 stereotype cards, which this one goes here. Oof, it's a little tight, but that's just because I'm double-siding them, so like it'll be card on one side, then a white sleeve in the middle, and then a card on another side, so they're gonna be pretty thick. And then I have this special card. Oof. So there you go. Yeah, and hopefully it'll look good with like when they're all full. Obviously they'll like have the same version in the same spot, but it'll be like each member, so like this version are the same and they're in the same spot. I think it'll look really cute as a spread. Yes, but I do have this Sumin We Need Love Digipack card, which I was needing to complete this era. And yeah, I did. Oh my god, speaking of Sumin Digipack cards, I don't recall if I ever talked about this on my channel, but a couple months ago, I lost a teddy bear Sumin Digipack card that I was keeping in a top loader. I lost it. I literally couldn't find it anywhere. I thought it had fallen down like behind my shelf, but when I moved it out of the way, it wasn't there, and I was like, oh my god, she's just gone for good. She's gone to Narnia or something. And then today I was moving some albums around on my shelf and I was trying to push some in, but there was something blocking it. It wouldn't let me like push it all the way to the back of the shelf. And then I take it out to see what's blocking it. And there's freaking Sumin in her top loader. Where was she? I don't really know, but she's back and she's on my shelf with an extra J card that I have. So yeah, Sumin went on a holiday, I guess. But I had already bought a replacement for that Digipack card, so I can't even store it because I'll have 2. So she's on the way. Yeah, I don't know what prompted me to tell that story. I don't think I've told it before. Yeah, anyway, I have this J for Young Love. Oh my god, my phone is on 15%. No, please don't do this to me. Yes, have that card, and then I have 2 J teddy bear cards. They're both her Digipack cards. So that one goes there, and this one goes here. Cute! Okay, then I have this Sumin Teen Fresh Digipack, which I believe goes here. And then I also have one of the Digipack units for Sumin and Xion, which I think, yeah, just goes here. Whoa! It's open. There we go. And then I have this J for Teen Fresh. I think it's just a regular like album card. And it goes there. Then finally I have this J card, which just goes here. Yes. So those are the updates for my StayC collection. Also StayC was just in Melbourne for their tour. So jealous of everyone who went. I hope you guys had a great time. Well, no, I do actually hope you had a good time. I've seen people post clips from it and it looks like it was so good. And then seeing idols post in places where I'm like, oh, I know that place. Like whenever someone posts that they've gone to the like the state library for Victoria. I'm like, oh my god, I know that place. I've been there before. I've walked on that ground. And like when they post going to like Hosier Lane or Flinders Street, I'm like, oh my god, I know that place. Does anyone else feel this way whenever like an idol goes to their city? I don't know. Let me know if it's a communal experience or if it's just me being weird. Anyway, that's it for this binder. I'm gonna charge my phone for a little bit and then we will go to the next binder. I'm back. It's like an hour later. I charged my phone a little bit, so hopefully I'll be able to finish filming this tonight. Now we will be moving on to my twice binders. I've made a pretty big change with my twice binders, which I will explain as I am going through and putting the cards away. So firstly, for pre-What Is Love eras, I've decided to collect Nyan and swap out my Mina cards for Nyan. And then with What Is Love onwards, I'm going to be collecting Sana as opposed to Mina. And I'm also going to be collecting Nyan, Sana, Mina for... No. Let me figure out what I'm trying to say. So from What Is Love onwards, from like What Is Love to Eyes Wide Open, I'm collecting Nyan, Sana, Tzuyu. And then from Taste of Love onwards, I'm also collecting Nyan, Sana, and Tzuyu. So I basically swapped What Is Love to Eyes Wide Open. I've swapped out those Mina cards for Sana. And then for Taste of Love onwards, I have just dropped Mina. Not because I hate her, still love Mina. I'm like, had a bit of a change of biases. I'm sure people can understand that. So yeah, I'm not collecting Mina anymore. I'm collecting Sana, I'm collecting Nyan, and then obviously I'm collecting Tzuyu. Anyway, I have a little stack of cards that I need to store, and I also have some larger inclusions that I need to store. Oh, gotta blow my nose. Okay, so first thing is this Nyan Twice Coaster Lane 2 card. As I'm filming this, we've just had the This Is For comeback. I haven't listened to the album yet. I watched the music video. The music video itself was cool. The song, I will need to wait to listen to it without the video in order to like actually have a thought about it. Because right now I don't really have any thoughts. I'm like, it's a song. I don't really like it. I don't really dislike it. I'm kind of just like, I think it's something that I need to listen to again. One thing I will say that I dislike is, why the fuck is it so short? 2 minutes and 14 seconds? Really, JYP? Really? And fully in English? Don't piss me off. Yeah, so that's my thoughts currently. And then depending on whether or not I listen to the album anytime soon, I might put more thoughts up. I'll put a ranking of my favorite songs up on the screen if I end up listening to the album at some point before publishing this video. Anyway, I have this Yes or Yes card for Sana, which goes at the top of this page. Cool. Then I have this Feel Special card. Oh, excuse me. For Sana, which just goes there. Obviously, it's going to be for Sana. She's the only one that I'm missing cards for, other than for Yes or Yes. Oh no, Year of Yes, which I'm also missing Nyan for. Then I have this card for More and More. Yeah, so back to what I was saying about This Is For. Yeah, haven't listened to it. Thought the MV was cool, but the song length, I think we can do a little bit better than that, personally. Yeah. Got that. Oh, wrong one. That's, and then from the back, I have this, to go with this horrific Nyan. And then for bigger inclusions, I actually don't know if I have any for this binder. I do have these Mina stickers, but I'm not collecting Mina anymore, so I think I'm going to try and trade them for Nyan. So we'll just leave them off to the side. Oh wait, I do have a couple of things, both for Eyes Wide Open. I have, where did I put it? Ah, yes. I have Sana's little message card. So that's fun, which I'm just putting in there because I'm trying to save space, and that's just the way it works the best, okay? Yeah. Then finally I have Nyan's Eyes Wide Open poster. So I think I'm only missing like 3 larger inclusions for Nyan, and then I'm done. And then obviously I'm missing quite a few for Sana. But I've got all my Mina larger inclusions to trade. And I've also got tons of Mina photo cards to trade. If anyone is wanting to trade for Mina cards and has Sana cards or Nyan for the early eras, please let me know. But yeah, that's it for this binder, so we will move on to the next Twice binder. So now we will go into my second Twice binder. So yeah, I've just moved the Chewy cards that were initially in my Chewy binders. I've moved them back in here. So made a little more space for my non-album stuff, but yeah, this is the new top 3, I guess. So I have nothing for Taste of Love. I have this Formula of Love ID card, which is facing the wrong way. Yeah. Cool. Then I have this Formula of Love scratch card. With my Twice collection, I'm kind of, even though I've picked up a new member, I'm kind of taking a step back from it a little bit, like taking a little bit of a pause on it, because I just found myself getting really burnt out again. So yeah, I've really been focusing more on my other collections and not necessarily focusing too much on this collection or my Chewy non-album stuff. I still have Twice, it's just more so like I'm not really too happy with like some of the stuff JYP's been doing recently, and also just like, I don't know, the musical direction that Twice is going into is not really, I like it, but it's not really vibing with me at this point in time. I liked Set Me Free. I know that was that's an unpopular opinion, but I don't think I've really cared for a title track since Set Me Free. I didn't really care for One Spark. I didn't really care for I Got You. I liked it, but whatever. I like Strategy, but I literally never listened to it. I don't really replay it all that much. And then This Is For, I don't know, my opinion might change on it, but for now, I'm kind of just like on pause with my Twice collection and my relationship with Twice, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna affect my content that much because I post so sporadically, but yeah, just so we know for future. Anyway, I have this Sana card, the little tomato Sana for between 1 and 2, and then I also have her message card. Let's just go there. Yippee! Then I have the last card I needed for Ready to Be. So Ready to Be will be Dunzo. I have her message card. Is that focused? I can't tell, the camera's too high up. I can see the like viewfinder, but I can't look over it and like see what is in focus, if that makes any sense. Then I have this card, which I actually think I I'm gonna swap it out for that one. Cute! Then, finally, I have this ready to be card. So that is completely finished. And then also, I'm going to be finishing with youth because I have the last 3 cards I need. So I have the Bear Hat Sana, which is pretty cool. I have this one, and then I have this one. So that's all done. So it is ready to be with youth and strategy, a complete for my top 3. How fun! I would be caught up to date if they didn't just have a comeback, but yeah. For anyone that's curious about my setup, this is literally it. I'm only collecting the album versions and the digipack card for my top 3. But I'm going to collect Tzuyu for everything. So yeah, basically just doing what I did for strategy. Yes, I do think I have some bigger inclusions for this binder. I do. I have this Sana digipack postcard thingy. Fun. Then I believe these go in here. Don't quote me on that. Maybe not. Maybe they actually don't. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's it for this binder. So we will move on to my Tzuyu binders now. So here's the first Tzuyu binder, which I have a little stack of things for. Pretty much all of this stuff is from a go that I hosted. Like, oh my god, it has to be like 2 months ago at this point. Okay, it keeps moving. I hope it's not too shaky. I hope it's been pretty okay thus far. Anyway, yeah, a lot of this stuff is from a go that I hosted about like 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, so that's, I don't know why I said that. Anyway, I have 5 out of 6 of the Once Begins trading cards, which was part of the reason why I opened this go in general, is because these were being sold for super cheap. I didn't realize that one of them was actually like a duplicate. I thought it was the full set. It's not, but it's 5 out of 6 of them, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I think the one I'm missing is the one that no, I'm pretty, actually I think it's a suit one. I don't know recall what it looks like off the top of my head, but I do think it's one of the ones in the suit, so that's fun. Then, oh my god, this card, which I think I've been wanting for literally since I started my collection. It is the Likey pop-up store card. I think it came in a set. I think it was like a tin case card set kind of situation. Either way, I have it now, so it's just gonna go in here. Also, today I counted, and for this binder I'm only missing 17 cards, not including cards I have on the way. Cards that I just don't, flat out just don't have in any capacity. I'm only missing 17. That is nuts. This binder will be done soon. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, I have the final DVD card that I needed. It is the Twice Land Fantasy Park card. I think I got this off Neo Geo. One of the only cards I didn't get from the go. And then I have this, oh my god, what the hell is it? Wake Me Up album card, which they didn't do any Polaroids for, which is strange. They usually do like Polaroids instead of photo cards for an era, or they will just do photo, they'll do both. So the fact that they only did a photo card is quite interesting. I don't know. Anyway, then I have the BDZ card. The Wake Me Up one and the BDZ one both came with the little ticket thing still attached, and I could have just folded it up, but I was like, I'll just be really careful and cut it. So that's what I did, but I still kept that in the back, just, I don't know, perhaps in the future if I wanted to sell it, just to make sure that, like, hey, it's legit, I'm not trying to scam you. Here's the little thingy that it came attached with. Then I have this clear card from BDZ. I think it's a lottery card of some sort. I don't know. This and pretty much every card in that is from the Go, other than the Once Begins trading cards, were extras that nobody claimed. Because I bought the full set myself and then I made it a go. Well, I made it a go, but I bought the full set myself and I got money from people for their items. So any, like, extras that were from the Go, I just kept because I needed them. Well, if I needed them, I just kept them because I had already bought them and no one else wanted them. If someone else wanted them, I obviously would have kept giving them away, but, like, no one else did, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just take them then. Yeah. So that's where I got a lot of these cards from. Then I have, oh, does it say? No, I think it's a With Drama pub from More and More. It's like when they did these weird concept card ones. It's hollow, that's nice, but yeah, overall just don't really care all that much, but I have it, so that's nice. Then finally for this binder, I have her 2021 Japanese Seasons Greetings cards, which I bought off someone for quite cheap. So yeah, which one goes better with the vibe of this page? This one. Alrighty, so that is everything for this first Chewy binder. So we will move on to my second Chewy binder. Here is the second Chewy binder. I have her, oh my god, this was a JYP shop. I think it was a Nemo pub benefit, because there's a pub of this exact photo, like a photo card, but then they also had it as a keychain, and I bought a set off of someone who was selling this keychain and I wanted it, so that was cute, and I put it on my binder. Okay, first things I have are for About You. Oh my god, look at me doing work on my About You collection. I have this Nemo pub. I think it's JYP shop. This is, oh no, I have no idea. I don't remember what it is. Editing Haley put it up on the screen. I know she already will, but yeah. But it's another one of the pubs or benefits in the red outfit, and I thought it was really cute, and I thought it would fill out the page nicely. Okay. Next is, oh my god, this is the last digipack card that I needed for About You, and she is in my possession. So this page is done. Oh, it looks great. Then I have this pub, which I believe is With Mew. I don't know if it's Lucky. No, I don't know if it's digipack or regular. I think it's just regular, but yeah, cute. Yeah, so that's it for About You. Then I have two strategy pubs. Oh golly gee. I have these two. one of them is with Mew and then one of them is Apple Music. I think this is Apple Music and this is with Mew. They don't say on the back, but I'm going to go with that. And if I'm wrong, I'll put some sort of text on the screen. Yeah. Really not very helpful that they don't put the names on the freaking back. Like the name on the store on the back. And the backs are already boring. Like, it's not like it's going to make it look any uglier. Oh, whatever, anyway. Yeah, that's it for this binder, for Photocards at least, but I do have some bigger inclusions to store. I have the 2 About You Digipack stickers that I was missing, which I think I just wanted to put one like that, and then the blue one I think I wanted to put with the Polaroid. And then I have this, which I have no idea where this is from. I know it's a benefit for something. I imagine it's a set benefit for something, but I have no idea what store it's from. But I liked it and I wanted it, so I'm gonna store it anyway. Okay. What the hell goes there? Or was the plan to put it like that, and then to put this here? That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but that's fine anyway. And then I have the last like printed photo for About You, so that's awesome. I'm pretty sure I'm only missing like 1 or 2 of those like square poster things that they've been doing. I don't like them, by the way, but yeah, I think I'm only missing 1 or 2 of them, and then I'm done for like regular album inclusions for About You, because I have the last 2 oh my god, Heaven version posters that I needed. I'm just gonna pop it in there like this. Cool. And then I also have why is there a space? Oh my god, because that's not the spot for it, actually. That's for those ugly square posters that I was just dogging on. Whoopsie. This is where the other Heaven version posters go. There we go. And then I have the final Digipack poster. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I'm actually not done for this binder because I have these postcard benefits from a variety, just with Youth and Strategy, that I got in like a big set with all those like bigger inclusions for About You, and the 2 cards in the red dress that I got, which I'm just gonna stick in here, I think. Will this fit? No. Okay, so I guess I don't have any 2 pockets, do I? No. Just chuck it on the back of this then. I don't know what stores they're from, so don't ask. Google image search it if you're very incredibly curious. Yeah, but that's it for this binder, I'm pretty sure. So now we will finish the video off with my RIIZE collection. So to finish off the video, I am going to be storing away all of my RIIZE photo cards, which was basically half the tub. So this is just album cards for Korean and Japanese releases, and this is Anton non-album, but like that's ridiculous. But I am finishing RIIZing album cards, I believe. No, I'm not. I have finished them. I'm just not finishing them in this video. But I made a really good cracking effort to finish them. So that's why these stacks are so big. But I might cut this out. But before I get into it, I just wanted to say something about RIIZE. I mean, I think it's probably pretty obvious by now, but I have decided that I'm going to softly stop boycotting, because not because I hate anyone or I dislike anyone, and not because I'm an OT6er. I very much like Sungan. If I like his solo music, I will definitely be supporting his solo stuff. And obviously I love the other 6 members. I'm not boycotting because I dislike anyone involved or I am in support of what happened. I just think that whole situation was fucking horrific. I'm also not boycotting because I personally don't see any feasible end that will be gained from boycotting. I don't really see him, Sungan, being put back into RIIZE as an option. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I mean, if it does, obviously I'll be very happy and I will eat my words and such and so forth. But I highly, highly doubt that's going to happen. I will still continue to talk about the mistreatment that they've faced and that they continue to face, because, I mean, obviously I care about them very much, but I also care about them very much and I want to support them. And I also think that, I don't necessarily know if boycotting in this particular circumstance is going to change anything that's happened or get justice for anyone that was hurt in this scenario, if that makes sense. As my personal feelings on it, I'm not gonna shame anyone for wanting to boycott. That's absolutely fine. You do you. I'm really happy for you. That is just my personal choice that I've made. And yeah, I mean, you can feel free to disagree with me, of course, but that is just how I personally feel about it. I'm not going to be hearing anything from people who are not participating in other boycotts, but are participating in the RIIZE boycott, because, I don't know, in terms of what each boycott is trying to achieve, I would say that the other boycotts, such as the Hybe Boycott, are far more important in the grand scheme of things to be putting our energy into, as opposed to the RIIZE boycott. That's my personal opinion. So if any one of you who's gonna give me shit for not boycotting RIIZE but is still actively engaging with Hybe, buying albums from Hybe artists and streaming Hybe music and watching their content, I'm gonna laugh at you and think you're an idiot, and I'm gonna ignore you. FYI. Okay? So now that we've had that chat, let's put the stuff away and then let's talk about Odyssey. I made a little bit of a start to Odyssey. I have a couple of Odyssey cards in here. I have some more on the way. So, yes. Yes. They came back. They put a lot of work into this comeback. There was lots of music videos, lots of content, a lot of overworking, which I'm not really that big of a fan of. And I don't know, it's not a perfect comeback by any means, but honestly, I'm such a sucker for RIIZE and their music. I will literally take anything I can get. That is how deep I am in this shit. I'm not a full lifer. I don't think any of the groups that I stand I'm going to be a full lifer for, but right now I am ride or die for them. Unless they do something wrong, then I'm not ride or die. But until something happens, I'm ride or die. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna store cards now. So I have this Wonbin card for this set. And I also have the Sangan and Tzuyu for this set. So that means that it is done! Oh my god, my first RT7 set done! And then I also have Sohee for this set. And I have Sangan on the way. So Get a Guitar will be finished. And the 2 RT7 sets will be done. Sick. Okay. Whilst I put writing cards away, I'm going to start talking about Odyssey. So my favorite card, my favorite track on the album is Another Life. I fucking love that song, particularly Sohee in that song. Oh my god, that chorus! I feel like I'm ascending into heaven, like, I don't know, like the angels welcoming me as I die and my soul ascends to heaven. That's how I feel when I listen to that song. It's dramatic, but it's true. I also really like Odyssey. I really like Ember to Solar, and I really like Show Me Love. I do like Bad Bag Back, but it sounds like an NCT song. It doesn't sound like a RIIZE song. I think they did great with it, but like, it's like SM was like, oh, well, we've got 2 members in the military, so we can't really give it to 127, and we can't have 127 have a comeback because 2 members in the military, but we also can't give it to Dream because that doesn't really fit their discography, so like, let's just chug it over to RIIZE. And it's like, what for what reason? What was the reason in that decision? Who is not doing their job is what I'm wondering. Seems like a lot of people. Yeah. And then Fly Up I do like. I saw someone on TikTok say that it's like Benson Boone music, which I don't know. I kind of agree, but I also kind of disagree because I feel like Benson Boone's music is only Benson Boone music because he makes that kind of music, not because like that genre is like specific to him, if that makes sense. It feels more like High School Musical adjacent. Like that's what Fly Up makes me think of. It makes me think of a musical number. But like for people saying that it's like basic, I do get what you're saying. Another positive thing before I get into the negatives is their choreos always eat. Like there's never going to be a time where they are not eating with the choreo. And for every single song, they have fantastic choreo, fantastic performance numbers. I freaking love their choreo. There's not really a single choreo that I can think of that I don't like. There's some that probably fit the songs more than others, but like none of them I think are bad, if that makes any sense. Then things that I dislike. Firstly, I feel like the album's kind of short. I don't know, I just expected there to be a couple more songs on the album. I also don't like how many fucking versions there are. What the hell? I'll show you my Odyssey setup later, but there is like, I think 72 cards to collect per member, including the package versions, the Mega Smini, and the Japanese jewel case cards. Ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. I'm collecting them all, so I'm an idiot, but like, for what reason does there need to be 72 album cards per member? Not even including the units, because there was first press exclusive units for the package versions. God, they made me want to pull my hair out. SM, you fucking suck. Anyway, yeah. Third thing I don't really like about this album, by the way, anything that I critique has nothing to do with the members. They did the best with what they were given, and they were given some good stuff, and they did really great with it, but they also were given a little bit of a stinker, and they made it the best that they could. But the album doesn't really have a lot of personality or cohesivity or cohesiveness. Like, there's no cohesion between this album and RIIZE's past music. I think some songs do. I think Show Me Love does. I think Another Life could. I think Fly Up kind of does. Bad Bag Back does not at all. I don't really think Odyssey does. One time it came on shuffle, and I genuinely thought it was an NCT Dream song. I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize I had put an NCT Dream song on this playlist. I didn't. It was a RIIZE song, but I couldn't tell that by listening to it. So, that was a little confusing. I also don't think Ember to Solar is super cohesive with them, but I can kind of see it more than Odyssey and BBB. I don't know who is picking their songs and who is picking their concepts, but like, how can you start with such a strong identity with Get a Guitar and just like take certain aspects of it when it's suitable, but like also completely disregard it in other instances? Like, what? I still can't get over Bad Bad Back. I like It's That Song. I think they did really well, but like, that's not RIIZE. That's not a RIIZE song to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly negative, but like, pisses me off. I really, really want them to be very successful and have great music. And they do have great music, and they are successful, but they could be so... They have so much potential that they just aren't using. I'm talking about, like, the company. They just aren't using it. Like, oh, God. Anyway. Holy shit, I talked about Odyssey the entire time, and I'm down to the last couple of cards. I'll flip through when I'm finished putting them all away. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts about Odyssey as like a whole and as an era. If I think of anything else, I'll put it on the screen. Yeah, but that's all I can think of off the top of the dome right now. Anyway, time for a little rising flip through of what we put away. So we finished the photo pack cards. No, this is the collect book. We finished the collect book cards. Wow. And then photo pack cards, we are 2 away from completing them, but I have both of them on the way. Fun. And then I finished the S minis. Yippee. And then I added these 2 for one of my pub sets, the With Me pubs. I have Shotro and Anton. And that's it for Rising. For Epilogue. Why did I say it like that? Epilogue. For Rising Epilogue, I have this tarot for... Oh my god, is this... I think these are the film cards. What is that? Do you see that? What the fuck is... He's so silly. Is that all I have for this bread? Golly gee. Okay, then for this page, I have this Shotaro travel bag card, which his message is written in sideways, horizontally. I don't think anyone else's is. And you also see that like it doesn't have like a rising epilogue like thingy on it, and it's just like, oh, is like a misprint. I don't believe it is. That's just how the card is, which is so strange because Unsuk's is not like that. None of the other ones, to my knowledge, are like that. Anyway, I've stopped trying to figure it out. Yes, so this is coming along kind of nicely. And then for the cassette version, I have this tarot. Funky! And then the 3 Odyssey cards I have are just photo book cards. But I have Unsuk, Sungchan, and Wonbin. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, have I got any more thoughts about RIIZE? I definitely do, but I don't think there's anything that I want to share. That makes it sound like it's bad. They're not bad. It's just I can't really think of anything right now that I'm itching to tell the people who watch these videos for whatever reason. Yeah. Oh, my freaking Odyssey setup. So here we go. Photo book, Sun Love, which is those necklaces that are a little bit ugly, but those photo cards are not cheap. So honestly, I might switch this out with a pub set and just get Anton's if the prices for these cards don't come down. But yeah. Anyway, photo book, Sun Love, Midnight Mirage, which I, as you can see, I wrote Midnight Memories when I was writing the fillers, because I think I was watching a video about like a One Direction timeline video, and I guess I just had Midnight Memories stuck in the brain. So yeah, Shota Rose is right, but everyone else has Midnight Memories. Anyway, that's the one where they have the little like the little stuffed characters, where it's like pink and pastel blue, like tie-dye little stuffy of their characters, where they have like a voice message. I'm not really crazy about the voice message aspect of it. That's a little scary to me. I like the stuffed animal aspect of it though. I think that's really cute. So then I have the 2 package version cards for the Earth version, along with the Earth version jewel case, which I didn't realize were Japanese exclusives. So that's fun. And then I have the same setup, except it's the universe version for the package and then the jewel case. And then we're not done, because I have the 2 mega S mini versions on the top and bottom, and then I have the regular S mini in the middle, and then I have the first press units for the package version. Why do they do this to me? To me specifically, not to anyone else, just to me. They want to make my life harder than it is already. Anyway, also, when are we going to get another Japanese comeback? I'm actually surprised we haven't had one already. Anyway, today I am completing lucky solo cards. I still have a couple of units left, but the solo cards will be done after today, which is very exciting. So I believe this is the A version? Maybe. I have this Shotaro, which goes here. Funky. And then I have Sogi, which goes here. Then I believe this is the B version in the middle. I have Sungchan and Wonbin. And then I think this is the limited, maybe, or this is the limited and this is the B. No, I think this is the B, this is limited. I don't know, it's been a long time since I've got these cards. But I have Wonbin for this last set, so this spread is completely finished, which is awesome. Then these are the UMS exclusives, I know that, and I have Wonbin and Sohi. So lucky album cards are done. Still need to work on my POB set and work on the units, but I have a couple of units. I have Shotaro and Unsok, Shotaro and Wonbin, Shotaro and Sohi, Shotaro and Anton, and then Soki and Anton. And I'm only missing 3 units. I'm missing Sungchan Wonbin, Unsuk Wonbin, and then Shotaro Sungchan. And I left the most expensive ones to last. Anyway, I don't have anything for these units. I do have some extra cards though, just because like I bought some sets on Neokyo and these came in the sets, and I'm like, well, I don't really need them because I don't collect them, but I'll keep them. So I have this Shotaro Rising Pob, and I have this Wonbin Lucky Pob, which I'm just gonna plop here. But it means I have a full 9 pocket page of RIIZE extras. That's kind of exciting. I don't have any Sungchan or Sohee extras, so if anyone wants to change that for me, that would be awesome. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to find them. But if they're given to me, I won't say no. Okay, anyway, that's it for this binder. So we will finish off with my Anton binder. Final binder. Oh, my friend made me this little Anton keyring. Isn't it so cute? And I just thought it would look really cute in my binder. I don't know. Anyway, so first thing I have is a Rising Pob. I believe this is MMT, where he's wearing the funky little hat. And this goes up the top there. Not doing so great on the Anton non-album collection, but it's a slow and steady kind of collection. I'm not really in any rush. Then I have 4 of the Rising Day. Oh my god, what ones are these? Are these Japan Hall? I'm pretty sure they're Japan Hall trading cards. I have 4 out of the 5 of them. So, almost complete with that, which is exciting. And then the final thing I have are these 2 Rising Epilogue pop-up store trading cards, which just go up the top here. And then I have set up for some Odyssey stuff that I want, but they've announced a tour to North America, so that'll probably come with some merch that I'll want to collect cards for, undoubtedly. So this binder will probably get a little more full within recent time. But yeah, that is literally everything I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Peaches and Soul. Yes, I have some more videos coming. I've got some more cards coming. I have some ideas that I want to do for this channel, so you will see more of me in the future. I promise that. Okay, until next time, I have cards to store or fiddle around with. I'm going to say goodbye. Bye.